Hey folks, Consolidating here, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play for Europa Universalis 4, Conquest of Paradise. Yeah, it is time for us to finally start our actual, proper, true game of this brand new expansion. Now, I have only a little bit of experience with the new mechanics. We did a couple of Let's Tries to see how things work, but really, a lot of the things regarding Conquest of Paradise in terms of the colonization and whatnot is actually not going to be that foreign. Actually, the thing that I think is going to trip me up the most are the changes to existing mechanics, slight balance tweaks here and there, which means that some of my calculations may be slightly off. But let's go right into it anyway. What could possibly go wrong? We are going to be playing as Burgundy. So I put up a couple of videos asking people for feedback, and of course, as usual, I got 1,000 different comments with 2,000 different ideas of what nations to play, even though there aren't that many nations. But a lot of people, I think, kind of agreed with the logic that I had here, in that I do want to play the colonization game, but it would be nice to play with someone who's not obvious. Castile, Portugal, and England really are the big colonizers. France, to a lesser extent as well, can certainly play the colonization game. But so we're gonna do something that is colonization-wise can work. It's gonna be a little harder, but what the heck, right? We'll have things be slightly more difficult. Why not? By playing as Burgundy, and specifically our goal is to convert into the Netherlands. Now, usually when you play as Burgundy, I mean, as a player playing Burgundy, you can just take over all of Europe as Burgundy, the big Burgundy blob, as opposed to the big blue blob. And that works totally fine. But we are explicitly going to try to convert to the Netherlands because they have some very, very cool ideas that are specifically going to work pretty well with the sort of dominance of trade and colonization and all that jazz. We are going to start in the 1444 bookmark. And without further ado, let's go ahead and load the game. I am turning random new world on. Some people think it's a stupid idea, some think it's the best thing that's ever come to Europa Universalis 4. Personally, I do like the sort of historical stuff a little bit more when I'm playing EU4, right? Like, if I'm playing Civ 5, I'm always playing on random maps. I actually don't like scenarios there. But if I'm playing EU, I usually want something relatively historical, so I will probably normally play with the standard New World. But here, the first true game in Conquest in Paradise, it certainly makes a lot of sense to play with new features. So we have no idea what the New World is going to look like at all. What the New World looks like in the civilization or the nation picker screen is not what it's actually going to be like in the game. So we'll have to see. We'll roll those dice and see how things go. Now, as Burgundy, we're actually in a pretty tough spot. We are sandwiched between France and Austria, and I guess the HRE as a whole. And France has actually quite a few claims in their territory, as does England. Now, England is not normally someone in my little test games that seems to cause real problems for Burgundy, as far as I can tell. Yeah, they can sort of blockade you with ships, but other than that, there's not a whole lot they have going for them. Now, since we are going to look to form the Netherlands, there are a couple of things that are actually quite interesting. So let's talk about that decision first of all. If we go over to the missions and decision screen and look, form Dutch nation, then we can see what all the criteria are. First of all, we have to grab 3 different provinces, and those are, oh no, I was supposed to look this up on forvo.com before I started to see the pronunciation. Utrecht? Something? The sort of standard English pronunciation and the Dutch pronunciation of this are completely different, so I apologize. And this is the one I really want to check out, because I keep just saying gallery because it's like way easier to say, but some Dutch people in the comments at some point tried to hint at me how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. Listen, I have no idea. So Utrecht, Gelre, which I'm going to say until I look up the pronunciation again, and Friesland over here. We need to own these 3 places and get to admin tech level 10 and have cores on all of them before we can form the Dutch nation. Now, we do actually have a core on Gelre over here. We don't on the other 2, though. Now, those are part of the HR. But so, yeah, our goals are to grab those 3 and then form the Dutch nation, which mostly just changes our ideas. However, it gives us prestige as well. It changes our ideas, gives us some prestige, moves our capital to Holland, which is right here. Right now, our capital is in Burgundy, over here. But the very interesting thing is that, first of all, it gives us claims, it gives us claims on everything that is part of the Low Countries region. So if we change to the region map mode now, we can see what that is. That's everything that's in orange over here. And as it stands, we own everything in the Low Country region, except for the 3 that we have to grab anyway, and Liège over here. So we will have to come back and pick that up. And my pronunciation in this, especially given where we're playing, is going to be completely whack. I'm going to say things in an Anglophone way sometimes. I'm going to say something in a French-Canadian way sometimes. And other times I'm going to say things in my completely made-up, bizarre language that makes no sense and no one can understand anyway. So we will get claims on everything there, which is not terribly relevant. The other part of it, though, is we will lose everything that is in the French region. Everything in the French region gets ceded to France. We lose our cores on those regions, and France, if they don't already, which they should, will get cores on all of those things. So everything you see in here that's green, Calais, Picardy, well, Calais we don't own. It's actually owned by the English, but there's not much incentive for us to contest it, because it will, if we own this, when we become the Dutch nation, it'll flip over to France. We will lose Picardy, we will lose Rethel, we will lose everything down here. And we will also lose Barrois. Now, we don't currently own Barrois. It's owned by Provence. But our very first priority as Burgundy is to go and grab this province so that we can unite our kingdom together. So we will lose all of those things. This has certain implications. We may not want to challenge England for Calais, for example. Now, there is a way that you can avoid actually losing this territory to France. And what you do is you spin off a vassal. Okay, and which I may be able to do already. Let's go ahead and create vassals. So yeah, we can create vassals out of numerous little provinces that we own. When I did my little test run, I spun off Nevers. And then what you do is you feed your vassals provinces. You gift them a few things. Well, you sell them these provinces, but for basically no money. And you do it a little slowly at a time because they can only accept so much stuff at once because of coring issues and different things like that. So you don't want to wait until you're right at admin tech level 10 to start feeding them provinces. But then when you turn into the Netherlands, then you still have your vassal, which means these provinces still sort of kind of belong to you. They don't belong to France, which is really good. And if you want to, you can then start the process of reintegrating your vassal back into your nation and stay relatively large. Ideally, we'll try to see if we can pull that off, but if we can't, then we will just put up with it. The Dutch nation is still pretty powerful even without all of that jazz, but we don't have to worry about that right now. So again, immediate priority is to go after Barrois. Politically, we have to talk about our potential alliances here. France is going to be an enemy right from the start. In fact, I could save time and just rival them immediately, and I suppose I will do that. Now, what's annoying about doing something like this is rivaling early on is you might have someone that you want to create an alliance with that will have an alliance with France, and that will sort of upset things, but this is inevitable. I may as well just do it. Almost certainly England will also enemy me. Can't really avoid that. Now, I feel that one of the best allies to grab is Castile. They have an excellent navy. If war with France happens, they can send a lot of troops there, and in fact, even if there's war with Austria, they will tend to fight pretty effectively over there. I would love to befriend Austria, but the problem is they have, there's going to be some conflict. Almost certainly we will be rivals. We'll see how it goes, though. But right away, I will see, nope, they have a bad opinion. They don't really. They have a friendly opinion. They actually should flip over to offer an alliance. What I'll probably do is unpause this momentarily. I will send one diplomat over. Oh, let's check our missions available right now. Spread culture at Picardy, not important. Alliance with Cologne. They're not powerful enough to really be worth it, although it would be nice. There's Burgundian people in Vaud over here, which I'm not necessarily going to prioritize. I think Savoy is potentially a great ally. They often do ally with us. They will not participate in the first war against Provence. But then after that, they're not bad against Austria. Switzerland, again, these are not huge, but they're in a great position. Hungary is quite big, but I find that when I bring them into war, they can't necessarily help all that much. If we could swing something like the Poland-Lithuania sort of personal union / Commonwealth stuff on our side, that would be amazing. But Castile is going to be a no-brainer. Anyway, for now though, let's go over to Provence over here, excuse me, and go ahead and start fabricating a claim ASAP. It's top priority. I'm going to unpause and let it go on the slowest possible speed here, so that hopefully some of these relations will tick over. Because, okay. Alliance from Cleves. Let's go ahead and just improve relations a little bit here. There we go. It's already flipped over. Okay, stop improving relations. I should have just waited. Enemy of enemy. Good. So you have declared France to be a rival. That's good. That will help dramatically, so we'll let that tick over. I think Switzerland actually would be very, very handy. You're willing to do it as well if we had our diplomat back. We're fabricating claims. We'll be a little bit busy. No to the alliance offer over there. The downside with Switzerland is we can't do a royal marriage just because their government type is wrong. What I should actually do is bring down my army maintenance right now because we're not going to go directly into war. We'll pick up a couple of advisors as well. Reduce stability costs, I really like early on. We have enough profit. We can easily get a level 1 of everything. We'll take the better relations over time guy. Although, the spy offense actually would have been handy right here. That was a little bit silly. And we'll go ahead and save on our land maintenance a little bit more. That seems totally reasonable. Okay. And are you serious? How? No. No, 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 no. We can't play this. No time has passed. This is going to screw up everything. No, none of that nonsense. Really, we're like 3 weeks into the game and we pop into a Regency Council. I'm not putting up with that. I'm not even like pretending. I'm not even restarting the recording to say, oh, it's a fresh game and everything is totally peachy keen. That sort of RNG bullshit when we haven't even made a real move in the game yet. No, I'm not putting up with that. We want a real game. Burgundy's, especially since we are not looking to do real military conquest of all of Europe, is actually going to have a hard enough time as is here. Okay? Because we're not, you know, we're going to be a little bit on the back foot. We're not going to be taking advantage of too much weakness. I'm literally not playing an expansionist game, so we really need to not be screwed. We need our tech to go up a little bit. And I want to have fun. And to me, fun does not mean sitting around for 5 years of a Regency Council where we can't declare war, because that's the problem. It's not the fact that we have a crappy leader. It's not the fact that we lost one stability. None of that matters. It's the fact that during a Regency, we can't declare war. So, and part of the idea is you have to go and start grabbing stuff ASAP. If a big web of alliances start to happen, if France starts to integrate Provence or do something crazy like that, or declare war against them or some damn thing to, and take over this stuff, then everything falls to the wayside. That was just dumb. All right, so let's hire some new advisors. We can get stability cost again. Different choice here. I'll go ahead for the diplomatic reputation. That's fine. And then we will fill in the last slot with, sure, morale of the armies. Castile, have you ticked over yet? No. See, they will like me just fine. They've already rivaled France, and I will also do the same thing. Look at this. See, Austria's already declared me as a rival. So I will go ahead and do that, and I'll see if I can partner up with some rivals of Austria. Our decision, we can pass the Liquor Act right away, which I'm going to hold off on because I want to increase my stability first, which means A, saving my administrative power, and B, not giving myself plus 5% to the cost. I can actually boost my stability right now, though, so we'll go ahead and do that. And again, the missions right now are not helpful. I'm going to wait to see what things happen a little bit sooner. We'll go ahead and start fabricating that claim again. I mean, I'm going to play my starting turn exactly the same. I'm just not going to get screwed by RNG bullshit. Oi! Alright, let's actually split you in half, move some of you to Rethel, and move some of you to Luxembourg. My ships over here, we're going to go to our light ships, and we're going to have them protect trade. Antwerp, we actually have really good trade power. We'll talk about the trade nodes over here. So we've got the Antwerp trade node, which we actually control most of. There's a little bit of French, and there's a little bit of these HR nations over here, so we don't get the full slice of the pie. Where all of it is retaining, because there's actually no outgoing flow of trade from Antwerp, so all of it always stays here, and we're getting about half of it. We could patrol here and get a slightly bigger slice, but what I would rather do is pull some extra trade in from the Bordeaux trade node, which should add up quite a bit soon enough. We could also move our merchants around. I think we've got one merchant pooling trade here, and that'll be okay. It's not going to matter hugely either way right now, but we'll get some more ships soon enough. Anyway, we'll take a look at how much gold is being pulled forward. Right now it's 13. It'll probably go up pretty soon. So I'm just going to leave it tick on slightly slower speed here. And again, I'm going to wait for our relationship to... oh, we are competing great powers. We may actually have to suck up a little bit. Oh, we can send them a royal marriage. Actually, we might be able to send the alliance at this point. No, we'll send the royal marriage. They will reply with an alliance offer very, very soon. Guaranteed. All right, so we're mostly, at this point, we're going to have to wait for our claim to finish over here. And other than that, I think I've made all my opening moves that I'm supposed to make. There are a lot of disputed successions in this game. Okay, that's a lot of wiggle waggle. Yes, military access for you guys is fine. No one's super negative, but it's very interesting. All right, we'll take a look at the war status soon enough. So right-click on ourselves, check the enemies. Yeah, see, England has also... enemied us. Now, what it does mean is we can embargo these guys if we rival them back without any real cost. Alliance offer from Savoy, I think I'm going to take. They won't participate in the very first war, but I feel like they're probably a pretty good ally there. They're threatened, but if we brought them positive, they would probably ally with us. And I think I like that idea. But we're going to wait. We're going to offer an alliance to Castile ASAP. Castillo, which is an administrator, seek to improve their economy. Oh, that's interesting. I hadn't actually seen that. I saw diplomat, balanced, and military, and that was it. All right, alliance established. Go, go, go. Yeah, sure. Everyone can have entrance rights. So we're 15% to fabricating our claim and using up our diplomats well. We got a trade CB against France, so they're embargoing us, I believe is what that means. We're also going to play relatively heavily in the papacy stuff, if we can. Oh, one thing I need to check on this machine, in my message settings, excuse me, I want it to pause when someone enters the war. Actually, pause when someone else... Oh, yeah, right here. When someone else takes over leadership. What's it called? Join? Come on. Should be under all. When someone else joins a battle on the other person's side. Let's look at perhaps the military. Clear the search. And yeah, see, a nation declares war on you doesn't pause the game. What is that nonsense? No, we definitely want to pause that. Actually, pause if they accept the peace. Well, that doesn't really matter. When someone breaks their alliance with us, rejects, breaks, join, coalition, federation. What is that message? Oh, I guess I searched for other. It's probably an other. Or side? I want to be told when someone joins a war on the opposite side, and that is a thing that happens. It's to me. Well, it might be under interesting or other. Aha, when a nation joins your war on the enemy side, pause when that happens, because it always catches me off guard. All of a sudden I think I'm fighting one dude, and then suddenly like France is hostile. What is that crap? So I set that on my other computer, and it's so handy. Oh, the other thing I forgot about. There's another message I actually quite like a lot, which is when a cardinal switches. Previously loyal to us changes his loyalty, because what can happen, you get the message, and then by the time you react to the message, there might actually be a flip of someone might die, that cardinal might get elected in a slight window between you getting the message that someone else has kind of passed you, and someone dying and that person get elected. It happened to me once, and that was like once too often. I'm going to go ahead and accept this as well. Again, they won't join me in that war, but it's pretty good investment overall. I really want to make friends with enemies of Austria. Oh, Lithuania. Now, they will probably become Lithuania-Poland at some point. Poland. That's who I want. Come on. Okay. So, relationship-wise, we're currently at 2 of 4. Poland will make up the last one. And I think that will be it. If we can keep Poland on my side. Let's get a royal marriage with them as soon as we get a chance. Royal marriage from Württemberg. We'll pass on that. Or Württemberg, or whatever. I don't know how to say any of this. France is fabricating a claim. It's always scary. We got a CB against Austria. And another national decision here. The Liquor Act. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take it now. Just so it stops bugging me, but I do want to go up to +2 stability. What was I going to check? Oh, embargoing people. May as well do it right now. Probably Poland will send us the royal marriage offer at some point without us having to do anything about it. So, I mean, France and we already have a bunch of CBs, so this hardly matters much. Oh, the other thing I should check is my force limit, which is I can build 9 more units. I have a decent amount of cavalry. I think I'm just going to go ahead and build a bunch of infantry. I'll build a handful of it down here. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I like to be right at my force limit. There we go. Royal marriage offer from Poland. Excellent idea. How are we doing on the air front right now? We actually do have an heir. He's not fantastic, although military is not bad. Our current king is fantastic. It's one of the reasons I was a little bit annoyed, like, you know, if you lose your ruler right away, but mostly it was about not being able to declare war, because we absolutely have to declare war against Badawa, like ASAP. Currently at war against England, which is wonderful. Can declare war without a CB right now. Is there something else I want to do with my diplomat? You know what I'll do is I will probably just throw out a few more embargoes. Did I list you as an enemy? No. Should I? Probably. You're already rivaling me, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we will embargo you, so your port in Calais gives you slightly less ability to suck trade out of me. And I can embargo Austria as well, but I don't think they actually have a presence in there. I may as well do it. Maybe I'll hold off on that, because I don't think they've got a CB against me right now. No. So I'll hold off. I mean, they already hate me, but without a CB, it's going to make them slightly less in a position to go offensively against me. Good, so what I'm going to do now is actually start to... I'm going to suck up to Poland to start off with, I think. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to suck up to Castile. I really want to keep our relations as high as possible everywhere to encourage them to come in on my side of a war when it happens, because it sucks to make these alliances and then not have them join in. Very annoying. It's the whole point of it. So my other navy, I do have 3 heavy ships and 5 transports. Let's go ahead and give the game a quick save over here just so that we are locked in case there's a crash. Every now and again when I'm running fraps, EU4 will crash. And that's not unusual. A lot of games will do that because fraps kind of hooks into the graphic process, and there's a lot of games that don't really appreciate that sort of going in. I just realized I can probably put up the sound a little more. I have it pretty low. There we go. Let's bring that up a little. Okay, good. So I think now we just have to wait for our claim to kick in, and then we can declare war. So it's going to happen not too long from now. Still, yeah, I still don't want any of these missions. Well, actually, that would be a pretty easy one. Suck up to Cologne, which is... Where's Kulm? Kulm. I am bad at this. They're like a 1-province minor that I can't find. I'm probably looking completely wrong position. Cologne. Okay, yeah, I'm like... There it is! Oh, man, it's so tiny. I'm like, I know it's, you know, northwest-ish somewhere. Our diplomacy's not bad. I actually might grab that. It's, Oh, it's only 3 prestige. Never mind. Never mind. I thought that was giving me diplomatic stuff, but those are all the alliance missions. Silly me. So our maintenance is still low, which is okay. 90%. You know what? We're going to go ahead and... oh, the economy screen didn't load. I'm actually going to recall my guy over in Castile. It'll take him 20 days to get back. Oh, army maintenance. Oh, I didn't bring it down in this game. That's very foolish of me. That way I have a diplomat available instantaneously as soon as the claim completes itself. And what I might actually do is I don't know, it's probably too early for a cut. But I always get, there you go, pause a sec. I'm just checking my progress here. Because I always get really tied up when a war starts. Okay, no, we can keep going. And tied up and distracted. And then it's like, next thing I know, I've got an 1.5 hour long video, which is not good. Most people, that's way too long. Okay, so I didn't need to recall quite so early. But let's take a look. So if we were to declare war right now, allied with Tuscany and Venice, they rule over Lorraine, which will help them, which is just over here. Now, alliance chains don't work quite as bad as they did in some games. It's nice to see that these guys have no further alliances, though. That's a very nice thing. What else is there? Tuscany and Venice. That should be fine. That should be a non-issue in these wars. And if I do declare war, who would come? Poland and Castile. Savoy would not, and that's exactly as expected. In fact, I'm tempted to not necessarily call in Poland, but I may as well. I think it's going to be fine. I really want Poland to join in when I go after the HRE stuff. But we'll start over here. And for the HRE stuff, it's mostly going to be a big question of timing when they're in a major war, because fighting Austria is not something that I will like to do. So we'll go ahead and declare that war. We have no leaders assigned. Oh, Philip, excellent, who is already activated as a war leader. You... Oh, need some troops over there. Let's take a look at the diplomacy map. Yeah, that's totally fine and manageable. So we'll go after the war goal right away. We'll also move in some additional units to siege Lorraine. So we got some extra people joining in the war, and of course it did pause. I'm still pausing by reflex when one of those things happen. I'm going to detach. I'm going to wait for these units to move in to Burgundy. In fact, I'm going to wait until they've got 1 day left to go. So on December the 2nd, then I will move the rest of my army from Badois to help out over here. In the meanwhile, it's going to be very good actually to have another leader just to help them tank things out And actually, let me merge these guys, because I'm going to want to leave Philip behind here for his siege bonus. So we're going to go detach, move down here. Most of the action, I feel, tends to happen in the southern part here. Let me slow down to speed 2 while this is going on. So again, on the second, I want to move. Provence has got quite a few troops there, but they are fighting the English, so they're going to be having a divided attention. That's the other part of the reason you can't afford to find yourself in a regency and getting screwed that way. So what I'm going to do is move everyone over to the second army, then move 2 infantry back. That leaves Philip in charge of the sieging army, which is what I need to do, because he's got siege of 1, and you can't rearrange your generals in foreign territory, even if you're moving from 2 armies that are in the exact same location. So the AI is going to arrive the next day. They do not change their direction at that point. So despite the fact that there's a larger enemy coming, they will not have a chance to sort of process what is going on and then change their action. So I'm going to be able to engage with a far superior force. And this is a common technique to bait the AI. Plus, they're taking a river crossing penalty, so they've got a -1 to all their rolls. So even though they're rolling 9s while I'm rolling 1s, as long as I can reinforce before we lose everything, seriously, those rolls. Of course, I'm rolling 0s. Now, the AI does not cheat at dice rolls, despite the fact what always happens to me. What they do get is they get better leaders. The AI gets better leaders, and they have a semi-degree of omnipotence, or omniscience, I should say. But on the flip side is they process their AI at predictable ticks. So as long as you know what those ticks are, you can take advantage of certain weaknesses in the AI. So it kind of works out evenly there. And we won that battle, got some war score, which is fine. Most importantly, it just means I didn't lose anyone, and I'm sending their army back. Probably these guys are going to live in Co for the rest of the game. We'll just complete that siege, get a little bit more war score. Shouldn't take too much. Once we control the war goal province, we should be in fantastic shape. Let's take a look here. Again, Provence is leading. We've got a few other people who have joined in, but it's not a concern. Poland did not actually join in. Now, it's early enough in here. Oh, it's a distant war. See, it's weird. It says it will join and you will auto-invite, but then sometimes it doesn't go. Maybe there's a slight tick difference. A lot of times in those situations, you can still manually invite people to the war if you do it quickly enough, but here, it's not ticking in. No, they will not join in. What I'll probably do... Oh, I've got my diplomats free. Let's go ahead and send them both to Poland and Castile and try to max those out. I will have to recall one to work out the peace treaty. I suppose I could actually chase them all the way to Provence if I got France. Oh wait, I can't get a rite of passage right now because all my diplomats are occupied, but that's okay. This is going to be more than enough to secure the war. But really, I need Padua. If I go over and siege Maine and Anjou and whatever the hell else, Provence down here, it's not going to accelerate things because I'm going to finish sieging here first. Almost certainly, just because we've got the siege leader. And that's all the war goal I need. Plus, if I leave, then I'm going to get more attrition. And we didn't start with maxed out manpower, and we're already have decreased our manpower available right now. So we want to finish this war without taking an excessive amount of losses. That's still prestige, and 10 prestige there, and improved prestige. Okay, you know what? I will take the improved prestige mission to give stability. It'd be very nice if I could actually boost our stability, because we're going at war. We're going to earn some prestige here. We might not earn enough to complete the mission, but it's a really nice one to have hanging around, because at some point we'll hit at least 50 prestige and then get a +1 stability. And again, it would be really nice if we were at +2 already when that happened, bringing us up to maximum of +3, which is normally prohibitively expensive to do. Some people still go for the +3 stability. Me, I just buy my way up to +2, and then I hope an event goes over. Because to go from +1 to +2, you spend 50% more admin power, and to go from +2 to +3, it's 100% more. It's double the cost, and I'm not usually willing to do that. I guess I can probably go up to speed 3. I don't think there's risk of a big mystery army coming in. We can lose 1 stability, or we can lose 35 of each power, which comes out to a 105 administrative power, or total cost. 105 total power cost. Well, increasing my stability costs about that much, so I'd rather take this one to sort of spread out the loss, because mostly right now I need administrative power early on, because I do want to get my stability up. So losing admin power effectively by bringing my stability down is bad, whereas I can afford to lose some diplomatic and military power at this point. They're not quite as valuable early on. Like, the first, I want to get 2 technology levels in admin before anything else, and all kinds of that nonsense. That's an interesting choice. On the 16th of April. I don't think I can catch them, unless maybe I just detach my cav. They might be able to make it there on time. Let's note leader these guys, and let's give these guys leader. They'll get a pretty significant war penalty, but that's just 0.8 strength. And, oh, some more troops over there. They're probably going to go for my besiegers. Indeed they are. They're going to arrive on the 2nd of May. So again, we're going to do the same trick. Hopefully, well, we do have a leader there, so hopefully they can hold out long enough to survive for reinforcements. Battles are quite a bit more deadly these days, though. So what is it? I move out on the 1st. First of May. Belting. Oh my god, I completely missed this. Oh, that's not good at all. Almost tempted to break some sieges. Obviously, this is a priority. Although losing my siege progress would suck. But I don't think there's much we can do about it. I did not see these guys coming. Oh, the Venetians have joined in. That is really bad news. But, okay, we've reinforced in time. I don't know if we'll... I think we'll get there in time to reinforce. Now, it's a really bad army because we're oversaturated on cavalry. But superior numbers plus their river crossing is paying out. Again, we're rolling zeros because why would we ever roll anything out? Roll anything else? All right, we're going to join these two armies together and let our morale recover. Actually, I'm going to move up to be adjacent to Burgundy over here. Oh, wait. Actually, this is a pretty good slot, now that I think about it. I'll make this move, but yeah, it's going to be unnecessary. Just cancel and replenish. And the cavalry... Actually, stay here. We need sufficient numbers to keep sieging over here. Down to 4K manpower. These early wars without military tactics hurt a lot on manpower. Good God. I could actually move over here. I don't think it's necessary. Again, I think I'd mostly just like to preserve my manpower so I don't so things don't go hellacious on me. And plus 20 prestige. If we get to 50, we get 1 free stability. And that would be very, very lovely. Oh, you guys are coming in from every possible angle. Okay, merge, detach a siege, give me some reinforcements. If we can actually cancel this incoming thing. They're not going to get river crossing penalties either. We do have we have no leader assigned here. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm so tempted to break these sieges. They're going to come at me with 15 troops. Now they're probably going to turn around here. They're not going to do this move, are they? I don't have full morale. That is true. And we could get screwed on all the rolls again. You know what I got to do is consolidate the regiments to get a little bit more strength over here. And pray is what we're going to do. Alright, so... Okay, we started with a good roll, and we got our leader fire to trigger. They are getting a -1 crossing penalty. Maybe from Lyonnais over here. Okay, this should be fine. 3 and 3, I'll take it. Okay, good. 5 war score from that, not to mention a little bit more prestige, which is always nice. Again, we'll keep these guys standing here. They can reinforce Badois and Lotharingen really easily. Metz, not so much, but we should be okay. Switzerland entered a military alliance with Venice, which is a little bit awkward. Because I would like to be friendly with Switzerland. We'll see how it goes. And again, at this point, we'll just have to finish that siege, and we should be more than okay to claim Badois, which is all we want to do. We don't want to get too much aggressive expansion. The thing is, we're going to, we've got 4 provinces we have to grab. So we want to minimize how much aggressive expansion we've got. Even going and grabbing some extra, fabricating some extra claims here and there is very risky because every time you get discovered, it increases your aggressive expansion penalty. And being target of a coalition is very bad, or even just being excessively hated by everyone here is exceptionally bad. So, I may cancel one of these guys soon because it looks like we're going to, I'm going to bring back my guy from Castile so that hopefully I can declare peace as soon as we've got Badois. Oh, we just took it, so... There we go. Let me move into Luxembourg here. Just actually, I suppose I could stay here. That's fine. It's totally fine. Another siege done. Just gotta wait for a diplomat to kick in. Here, you guys merge up. They've got a few troops coming. One day, there we are. Do I want to do more damage? No, because I'm out of manpower. Any fight, even one where I win pretty dramatically, is going to be actually bad for me. So we want to annex Badois. They won't take it yet. We do have the exact war score, but because it's been a short war, they're disinclined to join in. We do have a very powerful alliance on our side, plus the sieging, but probably we just need to wait like a week or something. We get a ticking war score for occupying the war goal, plus the length of war. A penalty will go down. So let's just wait. I would like to see them come at me there, but they're going to change their mind. they might be willing to do it now. Nope. And of course, if we had a little bit more, we can get some gold out of it as well. Let's march into reinforce, because it looks like they may actually move on to Metz. And indeed they are. So that will be on the 16th. So again, I will wait until the 15th and then move in. Might be able to peace out, like, before the battle starts. But I think I'm going to go for the kill and the extra prestige. Why not? Wow. We're actually inflicting pretty good damage. Oh, we have a higher base morale. That's part of it that helps a lot. I didn't realize how much we were getting out of that contribution. Very nice. There we go. A little bit more prestige and war score. And then I'd be happy to take the peace. And if you've got a couple of bucks, I mean, we get a microscopic amount of inflation from this. But I'm going to take the 16 gold and be quite happy with it. I have no intention of taking more. I don't want to drive up my aggressive expansion score because early on, and this happens a lot of times when I play EU4, it's pretty easy to make some very significant gains early, and then you've overextended yourself. You've got to spend some administrative power coring. I'm gonna boost my stability first, actually. Even though normally I prioritize coring, this time I am not going to. I'm going to merge these guys, split them in half, move half to Luxembourg, and have the other half sit on Valois, which we're probably going to get rebels. Which sucks a little bit because we're going to bring down our army maintenance, but I'm only going to bring it down to about 3/4 right here. And that should be more than enough. We'll have 16 troops in Valois, which hopefully won't be over our force limit and should be able to tank that out very, very well. Now, I am going to be below my force limit because I've merged some units. I could build 6 more, but I don't have any manpower, so we're going to wait on that. We lost the CB against Provence, which is fine. We've got a free diplomat, so I'm going to go back to sucking up to Castile because I want them to be 100% maxed in terms of friendship. Everyone fought to the end. Enemy of an enemy, which is still going to go up. I think it caps at, what, plus 25? You get 1 per month. And I like that mechanic, by the way. I like that you don't get it instantly. So there we have it. Okay, what I'm going to do is put a cut in here. It was a very good first episode here. Accomplish goal number 1. Goal number 2 is claim some stuff over here and prepare for more wars, but nurse our war exhaustion, or, well, the war exhaustion, that's true, and also the overextension, and also try not to overspend our admin power. It would actually be really nice if we could, A, unlock a national idea, B, get to tech level 5 in admin tech, which is always a priority for me, so we can get temples and constables. Because then we can really increase our tax revenue completely. Although it is interesting to note that our trade revenue should actually contribute hugely to our empire relatively soon. But for now, taxation is still the number 1. Anyway, see you guys next time.